Hello, beautiful people. Shauné here, and guess what? It's time for Heart Talk. So, Heart Talk is where we have honest, candid, and transparent conversation about entrepreneurship. The ups and downs, the good and not so good, the wins and losses, the unpredictable journey that goes along with owning your own business. Heart Talk is also about purpose driven, heart centered entrepreneurship. And that simply means that you realize your business is not just for you, and it's also not just about the numbers, but it's also about being a servant to those who you are meant to help. So I'm excited because in future videos, I'll be talking to other heart centered entrepreneurs. So please like, share, and consider signing up for my newsletter so you can be a part of the conversation. So today I want to talk about comparison. So you may be familiar with a quote which is attributed to Theodore Roosevelt that says, "Comparison is the thief of joy." I want to put a little spin on that for this video and say negative comparison is the thief of joy. So the other day I was walking. I walk every day. And so for those of you who don't know me, I started a road to fitness journey a year ago by simply walking. And to date, I've lost 50 pounds. So the other day when I was walking, and I'm a brisk walker and occasionally I jog a little bit, I came upon two ladies who were walking. So we greeted each other, and as I passed, one of the ladies said, "Keep up the great work." And so I said, "You keep up the great work too." And then she said, "Oh, I'm not there like you." And so my heart sank in that moment because the hard work and effort she was exerting to move her body, the steps she was taking to get healthier, she completely downplayed and instead compared herself in a negative way to what I was doing. So it didn't matter that she wasn't going the same pace as me. The fact that she was exercising was something to be commended. So I stopped, I turned around, and I looked at her and I said, "You don't have to be there like me because you are here like you. You are alive, you are moving, you are breathing. Every step you take, you're getting stronger. How fast or how slow you're going does not matter. Be proud of yourself for the effort you're making right here, right now." So how many of us can relate? How many of us have been in this woman's shoes where we can't enjoy our own journey for comparing it to someone else's? We see the positive surface stuff about someone in their work. We see the glorious end results, their successes, their wins, even the scripted highlights, and it makes us feel less than. We hold ourselves up to this outside vague standard of greatness only to feel inadequate and not good enough. So never mind what it took for them to get there. But when we're caught in a negative comparison trap, it makes us feel bad, even miserable. So as a makeup artist, and I know I have some fellow artists who can relate, I have been in that negative comparison trap, especially in the beginning of my makeup journey. You see, I wanted to be a great artist. I wanted to produce great work. I wanted photographers and clients to love my work, to love working with me. I wanted to have a solid portfolio and be agency signed. I wanted this all out of the gate, right? In the midst of all of my makeup dreams, I would often compare my work to others in a way that left me feeling inadequate and subpar. I would say things like, "My makeup would never look that way," or "Why can't my makeup look like this artist over here? They are so talented and so skilled. Will I ever be that good? Their makeup is amazing. Why doesn't mine look amazing?" I mean, it was a never-ending comparison that left me questioning if I really could do this and if I had what it took to be successful. My perspective was skewed. But the even bigger issue in comparing myself to other artists was my self-worth, self-esteem, and confidence were low. I needed a change in perspective and to work on myself to come out of that negative comparison trap. And I say negative because I've learned that shifting that energy into something positive, inspiring, and motivating is totally possible. And how do you do that? I started to speak words of affirmation, not just to myself, but to the people that I was comparing myself to. I made it a point to tell the artists whose work I admired how much I admired it. I complimented them when I felt the comparison trap trying to pull me in. Saying things like, "I love the colors you chose for the eye makeup. Your blending is beautiful and seamless. I love your brow technique. You work wonders with the brows. The way you make the skin look is amazing. It looks so effortless and not heavy and cakey looking. You do a beautiful job enhancing your clients' features instead of carving out new ones with heavy contour. The finishing touches you use were beautiful. I love your style." I mean, you get my point, right? So what started to happen over time is that as I would compliment them, my attitude started to shift. It felt so good telling these artists how much I admired and loved their work. So instead of getting caught up in this negative comparison trap, I became motivated to continue working on my craft. I became inspired by their work. It pushed me to keep practicing, to keep growing, and to develop my aesthetic. I noticed that I was drawn to a certain type of makeup look and a certain style, and so the artists whose work I was always admiring further helped me to define that style and to be comfortable and okay with doing makeup the way that I wanted to do makeup. So something else that also started to happen as my perspective shifted and as I continued to speak positivity and encouragement was that these same artists started to share what they achieved to get their looks, what products, what technique they used. So my knowledge started to expand as a result. So now that I am years into my makeup career and being a full-time entrepreneur, I look back on those moments when I started, and I'm truly grateful for them now. So isn't that how it usually works? We don't appreciate the tough times while we're going through them, but it's when we're on the other side of them that we finally see the benefit and the value. The hardest times teach the best lessons. So beautiful people, let's stay away from the negative comparison trap. But if you find yourself doing so, shift it from negative, find the positive, and allow it to motivate and inspire you in a way that's healthy and makes you feel good about yourself. I turned my struggle of constantly comparing myself into an amazing journey of learning, growing, and success. So what about you? How do you avoid the comparison trap? How do you free yourself from it? I would love to hear your thoughts, so let's keep the conversation going. This is Heart Talk. Thank you as always for watching, listening, and sharing.